So it is finally time for a brand new DCEU update. The reason I haven't done an update up until now is for two reasons. Number one, there hasn't been a whole lot of things out in the ether about the DCEU. And number two, my internet has gone out twice over the last couple of weeks, and my cell service doesn't work without the internet. So I have changed cell phone providers as well as internet providers. So I've got much faster speeds and much better reliability, and this is going to help me in the future for all sorts of things in regards to uploading my videos that used to take 20 minutes, now take about 30 seconds, and I'll be able to do live streams with really good efficiency, which is going to be fun because I'm still trying to figure out a day where I can come on here and just talk with people and just discuss the DCEU on a regular basis. So I'm going to pick probably a night, a day and a time, and probably do that once a week where I just get on and talk to people and just talk about the DCEU. But we have quite a few things to talk about today. Now, there are some... Well, first of all, let's get the whole Ezra Miller thing out in the open. And this is the last time I'm going to talk about this until Warner Brothers makes some sort of decision on their own. A lot of information has come out in regards to Ezra Miller over the last couple of weeks, and a lot of it is surprising. It is now looking like he has been set up on almost all accounts, and that he's actually tried to help a family, but there's also been some conflicting reports with police going out to this farm where he's been housing this family, and they found some dangerous conditions. But for the most part, it doesn't look like a lot of the allegations against him are true, and Warner Brothers has not made any comments whatsoever, and I want to talk about what this means for the release of the Flash movie as well as Batgirl. They still have plans to release the Flash movie theatrically. There's no way they're not going to do it theatrically. They will lose a lot of money if they do not release this movie theatrically. It costs them over $200 million to make it in the first place. You also have the fact that the Batgirl movie is going to be coming out right after the Flash movie on HBO Max. But they're also talking maybe giving that a theatrical release as well. But you can't watch the Batgirl movie without having seen the Flash movie because they do go hand in hand, and the Batgirl movie will make no sense whatsoever if the Flash movie has not been released. So it is definitely going to get released, and they actually did some test screenings of Batgirl the other day, and everyone who saw it said it's a pretty damn good movie, and that Michael Keaton's Batman is a pretty good badass in the film. So we're going to see how that ends up as well. I'm actually excited to see both projects. I'm cautiously optimistic about both. I'm not a fan of wanting to see Michael Keaton come back and be Batman full-time. I still want Ben Affleck back. But with that said, let's talk about the biggest story that I wanted to discuss, which is the restoration of Zack Snyder's universe here. Restore the Snyderverse. There are some strong indications that this is happening. In fact, 2 weeks ago, Warner Brothers is going to be releasing Zack Snyder's Justice League digitally for purchase on a bunch of different platforms on July 19th. And they are out heavily promoting this. Even though I own a physical copy of it and I have HBO Max and I can stream it anytime, I'm still going to be purchasing it digitally for just to show my support, because the more people that purchase this film digitally, that's more money. It's going to show the interest that people have in Zack Snyder's projects and is going to help. And there were some billboards on the Warner Brothers lot, and I'm going to show a picture of this. They're not hiding this at this stage. Like, David Zaslav is way different from the old regime. They're not afraid to promote Zack Snyder or talk about it. And on that note, there are some reports just today that Zack Snyder is in having some talks on numerous projects that he would be producing for Warner Brothers. And so things are moving, and I don't think we're going to get any big announcements or any big revelations until the Fandome in October. So we've got that going on. There are also heavy rumors out there that Henry Cavill is also in talks to come back and be Superman. There was a post a few weeks ago where, and I'm going to post this in here as well, where they were talking with Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and he is basically admitting to the fact that Superman is going to be in his movie. There's also rumors out there that it's another headless Superman, like what they did with Shazam, which would be a travesty. There's no reason why they need to do that. Whatever it takes to get Henry Cavill back in the role, I don't care if they have to pay him $100 million. Get him back. It is going to bring people into the theaters. It is going to drive people back in to want to see these films. It's a selling point. Whatever it takes to bring him in, bring him back in. And Henry Cavill is kind of putting his foot down. And there were reports of this in the past. He's a much bigger actor today than he was when he started the role, and he deserves more money. He is the definitive Superman at this stage. I still think Christopher Reeve is my favorite Superman. As a child growing up and seeing him as Superman, there was nothing better. Like, I've never seen another character embody someone the way Christopher Reeve did. But as far as Henry Cavill goes, he's an amazing Superman too. I can't envision anybody else in that role at this stage. And he can bring to this role what people have been looking for. It's time to unleash that character and let him have his movies in the DCEU. So we've got that going on as well. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is kind of in the rumor phase at this point, and that is Austin Butler, who is the star of the new film about Elvis. He is supposedly in talks to play the Green Arrow in the DCEU. And we'll see if that ever comes to fruition. There's a lot of rumors thrown out every day, all day, in regards to the DCEU, and most of it is just rumor. It's just that there's no validity to it at all. But at this stage, I honestly believe that the DCEU we're going to see the restoration of the Snyderverse. I do believe Snyder is in talks with Warner Brothers, and to what extent, we don't know. But, he was posting stuff about this back in November. And the fact that Warner Brothers is now promoting the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League digitally, they're putting the feelers out there to find out where everybody's at. So please, if you really want to see Zack Snyder come back and you want to see Justice League 2 and 3 play out the way it was supposed to play, and you want to see a lot of these characters come back, purchase it digitally. Show your support by buying it digitally so that we can show Warner Brothers that there is a massive interest in these characters and this universe. All right, so there's my update for the week. What have you guys seen? What are you guys hearing out there? I would love to hear people's comments and what you guys think, but it's great to be back and doing videos again. I do appreciate the support. We'll see you guys on the next update.